day 189. Man, between the pink, the blue, and the high-vis hat, I'm all the bright colors this morning. So I'm walking back from that little stealth campsite about a half mile back to the trail. I think I'm gonna stick my head back in at the visitor center, which is just right across the street, right across the highway from the trail, in order to use their bathrooms and water and everything. Maybe their breakfast cafeteria, or at least coffee, if they have coffee, because there is a cafeteria upstairs, but it was closed by the time I got there. The little stealth spot that I was camping at last night, turns out that's a very popular local rock climbing destination. And that's why there's some camp spots there. In the, 14 hours I was camped there, 5 people showed up to rock climb, 2 last night, and then 2 this morning, and 1 more right as I was leaving. Just hiking in with backpacks draped with rope, and I could hear them. I mean, they had to have been just right around the corner from where I was, because I could hear them plain as day, but I couldn't see them, calling out their belays and everything. It's called Square Ledge at Pinkham Notch. So today's hike, it's about 7 or 8 miles to Carter Notch over Wildcat, or 13 miles to Imp Shelter, and that will be determined on how difficult the climb over Wildcat down to Carter Notch is. So this is the basement entrance to Pinkham Notch Visitor Center. It seems to be very kind of ski and snow oriented with this tunnel ramp, but they've got a whole basement set up as a pack room for hikers and outdoor people.
Today is not that day.
Oh yeah. Dude, yeah. I'm so excited. Thursday is kind of like my first day off in a long time. I'm gonna finally know what I used to.
So now we're on the Wildcat Ridge Trail. Just turned onto it just now. It is 2 miles in map distance, but it's 2,000 feet in elevation. And it looks like it starts going up right over there. That's the trail. So I'm curious how long that will actually take in physical real time. Here we go. I was looking around for the blaze, but there's one on that rock right there. It's about 3 stories up. Alright. I want 2 hands for this. So, step, step, maybe step, 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 traverse, and then step, 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 step. I hope the descent down the other side is not this tricky. This has been probably the most scrambly of rock scrambles on the entire trail. Well, the view's better this way. I think that gives Lehigh Gap a run for its money. Most definitely. Wow. I mean, that was fun going up. I could not imagine going down that thing without ropes. There's the Beacon Notch Visitor Center where I started a little while ago. And here we have on the right Madison, on the left Adams. I didn't summit Adams, I kind of went between Adams and Madison there. But this little section's in the trees here, but I got a taste of the wind that was on the forecast for today. It said near gale. Near gale would be below 30, I hope. But yeah, every now and then I'll hear like a huge gust of wind blow through and it will be whistling in the trees right above me, but go around this. At some point I'm going to be out on the rock or up on the summit when that hits. I feel like it hit earlier when I was scrambling up one of those rock faces and it blew my kilt up around my ears pretty much. Fortunately, no one was behind me or below me, as it were. This is just a little ledge of a comfortable portion of the trail, about halfway up the 2,000-foot climb. Just looking up at like a 45-degree angle from where I'm standing. This is my view. Beacon Notch Visitor Center. I think that's the rock outcropping I was standing on earlier. This is the one that was scrambled up. Here's my water bottle. So, let me figure this one out. I think this is the summit, or close to the summit of the first Wildcat of two, I think, that we're doing today. Oh, look, it's the same exact design as the one on Bromley. Oh, and there's the summit, the actual summit. So without any fanfare whatsoever, we just summited another 4,000 footer, the actual main summit of Wildcat, and are headed down the other side. And so that means it's only a mile down to Carter Notch. But also, I just pulled up a weather forecast and it says 70% chance of rain at 5. Which means if it does rain, I'll get caught in it, because there's no way I can make it down to Carter Notch in 27 minutes, which is the amount of time between now and 5. However, it doesn't look like it would rain. There's just some random gray clouds floating around. So I guess it's one of them. Wonder if I should put my pack cover on just so I don't get caught out. I should put my fleece inside my plastic bag. I should do that. I'm enjoying these stair step boulders a lot more than the climb up to a Wildcat. This is much more navigable, especially going down. Yay, we've arrived at the turnoff for Quarter Notch Hut. So the strategy is maybe ask for work for stay, I mean. I'm not entirely convinced I want to do that. Here's the second one of these. I know who that is.